Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, September 20th. I'm sitting on my porch, just finishing off my walk and sitting in the chair. The sun is up around behind me. The air is a little bit cool, but it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful, clear day. One of the things that I was reading this morning from the Gospel of John, John chapter 6, verse 44, where Jesus says, "No one can come to me unless the Father draws him or her to himself." At first look, it sort of seems a bit confusing, because didn't I turn towards Jesus and go towards him? But the scripture seems pretty clear that unless the Father draws me, no one can come to Jesus. And initially, when I looked at that, I sort of thought, well, that's wrong. I mean, people should be able to choose. We are given free choice. And yet, as I thought more about it, I realized the genius of what Jesus was saying and about God's plan. Because if it were about us choosing to move in Jesus' direction, it would all be about, am I good enough? Am I faithful enough? Am I religious enough? Am I a good enough parent? Am I good enough at this? Do I have fewer deficits than positives in my life? And it would have been this measuring stick about who can come to Jesus and who can be accepted in essence. But Jesus ultimately says, when the Father sent him to die, he did it because he knew there were people that needed to know that they weren't good enough to get to him, so that Jesus would take their place, taking all of their not good enoughs on the cross. But that seems too trite. It's really taking all of their sin, all of their grief, all of their pain on the cross and dying there so that we could be drawn to Jesus, because of the invitation of the Father, who sent his only Son, that whoever believes in him would not perish but have everlasting life. It's John 3:16. Well, I hope that gives you something to think about today, and that part of what you come away with after exploring these ideas is a heart filled with gratitude that the Father drew you to himself. God bless you, church. Praying for you today.